on my way.
Hey, it's Camo. Welcome to Nashville Meets World. Typical February weather here in Music City. Lots of rain. And it leads me to just set up our guest this way. We got sunshine on a rainy day. Emi Sunshine.
Hi.
It's so nice to meet you.
It is great to meet you as well.
I've been hearing about you for what seems like forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have.
And so it makes perfect sense to have you here. You've been, let's just jump in with the whole Tony Brown thing, because Tony is just such a legendary producer.
I know. I'm still amazed that I get to work with him and be around him, and I just am really thankful that I got to meet him. It was actually through my manager, Steve Pritchard, and he called him up one day and said, "Hey, I got this amazing artist that you need to meet." And he said, "Okay, I guess we can do that." And I met him at his house on my birthday, I think. That was so weird. I met him on my birthday, and I just turned 14, I think. And we started talking, and he said, "Well, why don't you play me something?" And I played him a murder ballad.
Excellent.
I did, and the rest is, history now. So.
Nice. And he produced your album?
Absolutely. We started working on a solo album at first, and we didn't really know exactly what direction we wanted to go into, so we're still trying to figure out things, and I'm glad we are.
Yeah.
But we decided to do a family album because I travel with my family, and it's sort of my thing.
Yeah.
And we started working on different songs that I have for this particular album, and he was so much fun to work with, and I actually got to co-produce as well, which was insane, which was so cool.
For a 14-year-old to co-produce with Tony Brown, that's insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm very thankful and very happy that I get to just do what I do in general. But I mean, yeah, I did my first album when I was around 7, and then I went on from there. So yeah.
Wow. When I was 7, I think I was eating mud.
Well, I probably was too, but I was also recording albums.
Wow. I mean, it's not just impressive that Tony allowed you to co-produce with him, but it's also impressive because it speaks to your talent.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I started writing songs when I was around 5 years old, and I knew then, I wanted to produce music, I wanted to sing, I wanted to really work on melodies. I love melodies so much, and I started working on stuff with my mom because she was a writer way before I was born.
Okay.
And then she started like teaching me throughout like my life how to write, and I'm so thankful for that because it just led me to who I am now.
And you're 16 now?
I'm 15 actually, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want to rush things. There'll be enough people in the business trying to do that.
Yeah, but I just stay true to myself and go on from there. It's just, yeah.
So you're from East Tennessee. You're from
I am.
Chattanooga?
I'm from a little town called Madisonville, and it's about 45 minutes away from Knoxville. It's a very small town. And I grew up there in a very, very small little community, and I went to church all the time. I mean, like, we have like our whole little routine that we had. And I would sing in church because my great-grandmother was a singer, my grandmother, my dad, and pretty much everybody in my family. And they had this group called The Perfect Joy, and they would travel with their family, and I just kind of wanted to pick it up and start going myself. So at some point, my family decided, hey, we're going to let you follow your dreams, here you go. And
from what I've been seeing, you are following your dreams and probably creating some new ones after you've accomplished some of the things
that's
you've
what's
done.
so great about it, is that you can achieve things and go on from there. That's what's great about life, in my opinion. You just get to find new things to do every day.
You said you're trying to find your footing as an artist and discover the kind of music you want to do. What are some of the styles of music that kind of inspire you?
Yeah, I mean, all types, really. I mean, I pretty much listened to so many different types of genres when I was very young, and I still do. And so it kind of influences me through my music as well. So what I do is a little bit of everything. I mean, and I've been trying to figure that out for a while. You know, people would say, "Oh, are you country? Are you Americana? What are you?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I just do whatever I want." I mean, if it's good music, then it's good music.
I think you're right, and we've talked about this with other guests too, that you just, instead of you trying to label your music, just do what you do, because there are going to be tons of people that'll be putting labels on you just so they know how to market it or sell it. And today it's less important.
Yeah, and that's what's great about it. You know, I'm glad that it's less important now. I mean, I used to get so many questions about that, and it seems like it's kind of died off. You know, and I'm very glad about that. I mean, like, I like just being able to play music and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, you could produce an album that's almost like a playlist, and it has all different genres and styles.
Yeah, I find that amazing. I mean, that's something that, you know, that's the type of artist that I want to be. I mean, I just don't really want to, you know, go by a certain, you know, just structure. I want to be able to be creative in my own way.
Who are some of the female artists or male artists that you look up to and think, man, I really dig what they're doing?
Absolutely. There's an artist named LP, and I absolutely love her so much. She's an amazing singer-songwriter, and I've looked up to her for about 3 years now. I think my dad introduced me to her music, and also, you know, Loretta Lynn.
Yeah.
I love her because of her writing and, you know, the woman that she is. And I actually got to meet her at one point and sing with her, and she's just incredible.
Wow.
But I would also have to say, you know, there's a lot of different ones, but Nancy Griffith is one of them as well.
Great,
and also Emmylou Harris. And
Okay.
so many that I love. I love the timbre in her voice. It's a very soothing voice. And other artists as well. I mean, I started listening to Jason Isbell at some point too, and I love his music. But there's many that I love. I mean, I just kind of go with whatever, you know, I feel kind of is good music to me.
You're the first person that's mentioned LP on the show.
Really?
Yeah, and I really like her stuff, and she kind of flew under the radar until
I agree with that.
the commercial came out with her song, Somebody Left the Gate Open, and that was huge, and she probably scored really well financially on that. And then she's just gone back under the radar again. And it's
Well, yeah,
it's
I mean,
great.
I love that she just does whatever. I mean, she's just doing her thing, and she's happy with it. And that's what I want. I don't want to live a music career that I'm going to be like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have recorded this song. I wish I wouldn't have done this. I mean, I want to be able to be secure in my decisions.
It just came to mind too. She has green hair. She just won a Grammy, or a bunch of Grammys.
You're probably talking about Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish, yeah. Old guy. Memory goes. But she just did a cool version of a Beatles song. And
I saw that, yeah.
yeah, and it's cool because people are bringing something completely different to the table. And that's what you're doing, and I really like that as an artist.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you do.
Do you want to do a song?
I can, absolutely.
You've got your ukulele here.
Yeah, this is one off my new album, Family Wars. This is called Jonas Black.
Jonas Black. This is Emi Sunshine on Nashville Meets World.
We've been living in Waco since the big good sag. The story that I'm telling you is merely facts. And as a courtesy, I must warn you that there is no turning back. It's happened before, it'll happen again. Another nightmare is just around the bend. He moved to New York in the spring of '85. Moved to the city, kept my dreams alive. see the spiral, it's just a matter of time. The setting sun for everyone, we can see the signs. If you don't give heed and let compassion guide your hearts to compromise. It's happened before, it'll happen again. Another nightmare is just around the bend.
Can I just say this? Holy crap.
Thank you.
Amy on the camera too, we're just looking at
You're
each other
awesome.
going, where did, you're like, how you make the ukulele sound like it's a six string
Thank you.
is just beyond me. And your voice and your lyrics, it's just,
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. So.
I'm completely dumbfounded.
Well, I mean, I think at a very early age when I first started playing ukulele, I kind of picked up a banjo style, and that's sort of where I went with it. I mean, and at the time, that was very odd for a ukulele. I mean, like that's a little bit different, you know, playing it in that way. But I mean, like I really enjoyed it, and I still do. I started playing ukulele when I was 7, so yeah.
Wow, the sound you get out of that, it's not what I'm used to hearing from a ukulele.
Yeah, there's different styles, and you know, there's sopranos, there's tenors. This is a tenor, but there's many, and this one's just it's a super tenor.
Nice.
So when you look at that, it's just like a, you know, more amazing tenor to me.
You just make it sound like a small guitar.
Thank you.
Wow. And the strength of your vocals are amazing. I can't say enough about how impressed I am with you.
Oh, I'm so glad. You know, when I first started listening to LP too, I mean, like that really inspired me, like vocally, where I was like, oh gosh, you know, I need to step up my game. I mean, this makes me like inspired to do that, and that's sort of something that I get out of a lot of artists that I listen to. Is just like, hey, I want to be able to do that, you know. So then you go on from there.
Do people ever think, or do they ever ask you if it's hard, kind of, because you come across to me as this 30-year-old in a 14-year-old body, because you're intelligent, you know what you're doing with your career, and your voice, your instrument, but you're still got to be a kid. Is that a hard thing to do?
I mean, I grew up homeschooled, I'm still homeschooled, and I mean, I just sort of was around adults my whole life, really, and I guess that kind of changed, you know, how I would look at, you know, a lot of things. I don't know. But I mean, I just had my own opinions. I had my own thing, and I started reading pretty early, and I just kind of went on and learned so many different things that I put into music, and that was my outlet. I mean, when I was young, I started learning about the Dust Bowl. I think I was around like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 or something like that. And
What do you got, 3?
And yeah, and I was like, oh, you know, this is really cool inspiration for a song. And I started writing a song called Black Sunday 35. And then
You're neither 35 or we're around for any 35.
No, but I mean, I was just like, you know, I learned from those type of things, and then I started learning about Waco, which is, you know, within that song, Jonas Black. But I mean, like, and that kind of inspired that as well. So what I would do was just write songs about things that I learned and, you know, just see in the world.
For the subject matter that you write about, you have to be literate. You have to.
Very much so.
What are some of your favorite authors?
My favorite authors. Right now, that's very hard for me sometimes.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I read a lot of different types of books, but I mean, like, most of the ones that I read are, and people don't usually know this about me. I don't really talk about it very much, but I mostly read about psychology, and that's sort of my thing. But that's what I've been into lately. I can't remember the author of this one book that I've been reading, but it was actually for a family member of mine who has bipolar disorder, and I wanted to learn more about them and how they work, and and what I can do to be more understanding of them and everything as well, because that's what you do. I mean, like when someone else has a problem, you learn about it and you help them as well. So, I mean, that's sort of kind of what I would go. And I read books about about Waco and stuff like that as well. But I mean, like that's sort of the kind of stuff. I love history. And,
Yeah, me too. I'm a history geek. I always have been.
Yeah, I have a family member who travels with us, and she hates history. And whenever we would go to any town, I'd be like, "Hey, there's a museum over here. Let's go. There's a history museum over here." And she'd be like, "No." And I love it. But my mom loves history too, so we kind of get into that.
That's amazing. Have you read? You're talking about psychology. Have you read Carl Jung or Freud?
I want to. I haven't yet.
Carl Jung, Man and His Symbols is a good book to read.
Nice.
And it'll teach you all about symbols that mankind has always used and kind of how it goes into advertising and things. It's a really interesting read. Yeah.
Nice.
You get it all here, psychology and entertainment.
Perfect.
You want to do another song?
I can, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do one that I started writing at one point, I think, but this is not really off the album. This is one that I started writing with a good friend of mine called Fish Fisher, and we started writing this song at some point, and it's actually one of my favorite songs I've ever wrote with him. But yeah. I just got interested in this poor downtown. Cookie jug I just got sentenced in this poor dog town.
Yeah, nice. Like that a lot.
Thank you.
So what's the album titled?
It's called Family Wars.
Family Wars. Go and get that wherever you get music. Download it like 2 million times. And or stream it 2 million times and then download it. What have you got coming up that people need to know about? Any gigs, anything?
Well, lately we've been riding a lot in here in Nashville as well. But I mean, like we've recently been taking a little bit easy. You know, it's kind of odd to think that, but I mean, like I think that a lot of times, you know, we were always traveling, and this time it seems. This year, you know, it seems like we've been riding more and, you know, taking time to work on our music, and I'm very happy about that.
Good. Let's do what we call Asked and Answered.
Okay.
So our viewers from around the world who have been somewhat negligent in their connecting with us to send us questions. So get on it, you people. They send us questions. Some of them are really cool. Some of them, Steve Goody, not so much. I'm going to keep making fun of Steve Goody. Anyway, reach in there and get a question.
Absolutely. If you could live in any sitcom, which one would it be? Can you sing a theme song? Okay. Zoe, I don't really watch sitcoms. You know, it's not really my thing. I probably wouldn't be in a sitcom. I'd be in an animated movie that I love from my childhood called Coraline, and I would be in that. That's what I would do.
Nice.
Wouldn't be a sitcom.
That comes from our, that's all we need to do. That's from Zoe, our co-host in Glasgow, Scotland. Thanks for the question. If you, let me go back again. You're about to head out. I'm really not on the game today. Sorry. You're about to head out on your first major headlining solo arena tour. Who do you take out with you as opening acts?
Oh gosh, opening act? You know, I could pick anybody right now, but I mean, there's a really good friend of mine, and her name is Emily Munoz. And she's an amazing little singer-songwriter herself. And I met her when I was playing in Colorado when I was very young. And I think I was around 7, maybe 6 or 7. Or maybe even older, I don't know. But she was younger than me. And she started picking up the ukulele and I was teaching her how to play. And then, you know, now she has been playing and singing and writing her own music, and she's playing everywhere, and I'm so proud of her. So I would pick her because, you know, I love her so much.
Excellent. Man, I just feel like I could talk to you all day. It's an absolute pleasure having you on the show here.
Well, thank you.
You got to come back again.
I hope to.
Anytime you've got something you want to talk about, come on back.
Absolutely.
All right. Emi Sunshine, make sure you go out and check out her music. How can people find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me at EmiSunshine.com. It's THEEMI sunshine.com. You can find all you need to see there.
Excellent. Thanks for watching the show today. Remember to catch me on Chris Country every Sunday at midday across the UK, following Kix Brooks and American Country Countdown. We'll see you next time.
Oh.